Hey there, welcome to KeyLeads. My name is Tanya Ben Rickley, and today is the KeyLeads onboarding webinar. In this webinar, we're going to kick things off where we are going to teach you how to work these leads. But most importantly, I wanted to introduce myself. I am an experienced real estate agent with over 22 years of real estate experience. And I have personally been in a distressed property situation many times. I'm from San Diego, California, got in the business in 2002. 22 years ago, had a really good real estate run, and then the market crash happened. And we went through several of the different stages of distressed properties. So we went through foreclosure, we went through short sales, we went through loan mods. So I understand this clientele, and I'm here to help you understand these types of leads, these types of clients, and how to be successful with KeyLeads. So what is KeyLeads? Definitely KeyLeads is an opportunity for you to grow your pipeline. KeyLeads introduces you to homeowners that sell at 6 times the national average. These homeowners are in a financial distress pre-foreclosure situation, and they need guidance from you, the agent. You have the opportunity to grow your listing pipeline and to make a positive impact, on these clients. Again, this is a tremendous opportunity for you to create an impact in sellers' lives and helping them take action, and get out of financial distress. So let's kind of dive into the KeyLeads platform. So this is the KeyLeads platform here. And if you look at this platform, this is how it works. Basically, what happens is when you first log in, you're going to see here the phone numbers, and you're going to see the phone numbers blurred out. The reason why these are blurred out is because you need to accept a disclaimer about cold calling. So once you do that, you just need to wait a moment, okay? And it'll pop up so that you can read it and accept the terms, and then you can access the phone numbers. We do this because we want you to know that the most effective way to reach out to these homeowners is through outreach, door knocking, marketing, walking the neighborhoods, and not cold calling. Okay. And we'll kind of get through that in, further down in the webinar. Okay. So now there's a couple ways to integrate the leads, which is right over here. Okay. And you can simply download this list right here into a CSV file and import it into your CRM system, or you can click on integrate leads. And what that's going to do is the integrate leads into your CRM button will that's where you follow the instructions to have that set up automatically each time you get new leads. Okay. Remember that you're going to be getting 20 leads every single month. And if you ever want to add more leads, you can do so directly excuse me, by clicking this button, add more leads to your dashboard. Okay. The last thing that I want to mention is there's a resource and training library right here that you can access from your dashboard. This is where you can watch videos on best practices, download marketing guides and templates, postcards, and done for you marketing material that we made for you so that you could focus on sales, getting in front of the clients, listing the property and getting it to closing, and less on marketing. So we created all of this done for you material to make it easier on you. Okay. So that's where those are. So let's talk about the free resources. We have 3 kinds of resources: training videos, marketing, and your 90-day guide. So the 90-day guide with the training videos here gives you on demand, the training videos gives you on-demand videos that are currently on YouTube and accessible in that resource section that I just showed you in the platform. We cover topics on ranging from pre-foreclosure, the pre-foreclosure process, best practices, how to list the property, and how to market yourself as a pre-foreclosure expert. Here is in this section are the marketing materials. So we give you free email copies, postcard templates, and a 10 email, postcard, text, and mail campaign. Okay. And what this campaign is used for is for you to market yourself. So as you can see here, there's 10 emails. And then once you can take this first email and then you match it up with the email sequence, the postcard sequence one, which is matched up to the letter sequence one. And then you can also make a text campaign with it. So that means all the messages are exactly the same and the photos are exactly the same for each sequence. And so what I recommend is that you send these out maybe every 3 weeks. And so then they get like a new letter, in their, at their doorstep. You can door knock and hand them the letter, but now you have these marketing materials that are completely done for you so you can focus. The last one is the 90-day guide and mastermind. This is a step-by-step success guide that's a series that's delivered to your inbox. So you're going to get that in your inbox for 3 months straight. You're going to get this trickled in your inbox because this is a long game. These leads are made for you to nurture, to develop relationships with the homeowners and have a really good follow-up plan. And that's why we are delivering these to you as a 90-day guide for the long game. Okay. So who are these seller prospects? I want to dive a little bit deeper into the profile of these sellers and the marketing and sales strategies that will be most effective to turn them into relationships and eventually closings. Okay. Remember that these homeowners are not raising their hands to sell. Okay. They are not, they've received formal notices and they've defaulted on their mortgage payment, but they're not specifically raising their hand to sell because of their situation. However, because of their situation, they have a much higher likelihood, about 6 times higher versus your traditional neighborhood marketing, which is just marketing to everybody who may not ever have a need to sell and may stay there forever. Okay. So our data is showing that 4 in 10 of these will close in the next 12 months. So again, think about your long game and your return on investment. It's huge. So you also have to keep in mind that homeowners are experiencing a range of emotions. They are feeling hopelessness, anger, confusion. You being a source of knowledge on how to avoid foreclosure and maybe other types of ways to avoid foreclosure or even selling the property is going to help develop the rapport and develop deeper relationships. These, again, like I said, have longer timelines, which means that your follow-up system is going to be key and nurture is going to be key. Okay. But just remember, this is not all now or immediate business. The nurture and follow-up are really crucial. Okay. So let's sort of talk about the timeline here. Okay. So what happens with the timeline is there's a 3 to 6 month timeline that is where they miss their mortgage payments. Okay. So that's when they start missing their mortgage payments. And then after that, at that point, their lender will send them a notice of default. That is a formal notice stating that the property is at risk of being in foreclosure because of it being delinquent. And it's basically telling them you need to resolve this or we are going to have to sell the property. So here is the notice of trustee sale. Then usually about at this point, the notice of trustee sale happens, which means there is a date for the foreclosure auction and the date has been set. Okay. However, depending on the seller's circumstances, they may have a special forbearance or a loan modification that extends the timeline even further. Each house is going to be different. Some people get their notices, right when they hit 3 to 6 months, and sometimes they'll get them at 6 months or longer. So you're going to notice that the leads will vary. Okay. So I highly encourage you to read our guide on the foreclosure timelines in your state, so you understand the state regulations, because some are judicial foreclosures and some are non-judicial. Some have to go through the court system and some do not. But you can check for that state guide at keyleads.com/resources. So let's talk about the winning strategy. So the winning strategy is really focused on outreach and follow-up. Those are the best tactics. We have found that property-based approaches are the most effective approaches than cold calling, okay? One of the reasons for this is homeowners in pre-foreclosure are receiving many phone calls, right? They're receiving phone calls from their lenders, their banks, and their investors. And the chances are, if they're late on their mortgage payment, they're probably late on everything else, their car payment and everything. And they're probably in a major fear-based, possibly even, denial mode. So they're going to probably avoid your phone calls and avoid difficult conversations with you or the lender. And that means it's going to be hard to get a hold of them, right? Some of them are going to change their phone number. Some of them are going to change their emails. But you can make it hard for yourself if you just focus on the phone numbers. You can build better rapport and show your value proposition more if you go straight to the property and have a door knocking marketing campaign. Okay, so we recommend that you farm. In short, it means you go directly to the property. So, it's good old fashioned door knocking, like I talked about, hitting the pavement with postcards, letters, flyers, and a real good follow-up system. Okay, so the fortune is in the follow-up. You've probably heard this before. It sounds like a cliche, but it's really not. I mean, look right here. 2% of sales are made on the first contact, 3% of sales are made on the second contact, 80% of sales are made on the fifth contact, 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect, 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. Okay, 12% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. So what this means is there might have realtors calling them. Most likely, none of those realtors, very, very few of them are going to have a marketing campaign, and they're not going to have the confidence and the courage to follow up and create that nurture campaign. And that's why we built these marketing assets for you, to give you confidence and courage, because guess what? They're already done for you. You plug them into Canva. We already have the branding. And more than that, the verbiage is on there. The scripts are on there. So that's going to give you the confidence for that. Okay. So let's talk about the 4 things that we recommend, the next 4 things, or the top 4 things that you should be doing. We know that we covered a lot in a short amount of time, but I want to make a recommendation to keep it simple for you. The 4 things that you should do. The first one is you should add your leads to your system, whether you use a CRM system, a spreadsheet, or you have a system for tracking your pipeline. You can use the download functionality that I showed you to integrate the leads into your platform. And if you do need a service to help you with that, we do have a service. Just email KeyLeads, and we have people that you can pay a nominal fee to upload those for you and integrate all of these assets into your system. Okay. Number 2 and 3 is you need to set up your email sequence and postcard sequence. You'll find all 10 email campaigns and postcards templates in the resource section that I showed you in the platform when you log on at KeyLeads.com. And then we'll also send them out after this call so you don't miss them, just that 90-day success guide, okay? And then the last one is you really need to practice your scripts. Practice your door knocking scripts, practice the objection handling. These are all in the resource guide, and they're all in the videos on YouTube. So we're going to send all of those out to you, but the agents that have the work ethic to go to the neighborhoods, go to the properties, talk to the people are more successful. And the agents that know their scripts and have the resources that we've created for you have the best chance at winning big with these leads. So go out, start door knocking, get your system up and running, and build up that confidence, because with confidence comes competence. Okay. And the last one is, how do you get in touch with KeyLeads? You can always get in touch with KeyLeads because we're here to support you in every way. Send your questions to support@keyleads.com. And don't forget to watch out for the 90-day success guide. Sign up for our YouTube channel here at KeyLeads and join us for our monthly masterminds. And those are actually on Wednesdays at 12:30 Mountain Standard Time. So I look forward to hearing the success stories, hearing how you set up your marketing systems, and I wish you a lot of luck with these leads. Have a great day.